a stage of adult thinking that goes beyond Piaget's last stage of formal thought, which many individuals achieve during adolescence. Post-formal thought involves reasoning that is adaptive to the subjective, real-life context to which it is applied. The traditional models of advanced thought stressed objective, logical thinking, not subjective feelings and personal experience. Advocates of the post-formal thought theory maintain that although objective thinking is adaptive from the school-aged years through novice adulthood, it falls short in helping the adult understand and deal with the complexities and commitments of their world. Accordingly, post-formal thought advocates believe that without acknowledging subjective feelings and personal experiences, reasoning is limited, closed, and rigid. Those who have achieved post-formal thought also know that one's perspective is only one of many potentially valid views, and that knowledge is not necessarily absolute or fixed. Accompanying this perspective is an awareness that intellectual analysis and emotional reality are often at odds, and a relativistic, flexible perspective is most useful. One study set out to demonstrate the development of this form of thought. To test problem-solving logic, subjects between the ages of 10 and 40 were presented with brief narratives like this one. John is known to be a heavy drinker, especially when he goes to parties. Mary, John's wife, warns him that if he comes home intoxicated one more time, she and the children will leave him. Tonight, after being at an office party, John is intoxicated when he returns home. The question that was asked to those in the study was, given what you have been told, do you think that Mary will leave John? In arriving at their answers, all of the young adolescents, and many of the older ones as well, reasoned strictly according to the basic premise of the story. In the case of the intoxicated husband, it was evident to them that Mary would leave John because that is what she said she would do. Older respondents recognized this as the explicit logic of the story, but considered other possibilities as well. They thought, for example, that rather than being an ultimatum, Mary's warning might be a plea to John to change his behavior. They considered that whether John was apologetic or abusive upon returning home might affect Mary's decision, as would whether or not Mary and her children actually had another place to live. And so, in adult adaptive thinking, the subjective aspects of a situation are acknowledged and reconciled with the objective ones.